Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Buccaneer Arena for Game 2, our second semifinal for D-League playoffs, working for the Commissioner's Cup. We got a matchup today between the Slashers and the Smart Aces. I hope it'll be a good game. I hope it'll be just as exciting as the one we just had. And I'd like to welcome everyone listening to us today and everyone maybe watching us as well as we're streaming the game. Brian Koch along with the former Commissioner Matt Whips. And Matt, these are two of the highest scoring teams in the league. And they're tough to play against. What do you think is going to happen here today?
Well, we were talking about this earlier, Brian, and the prediction was made of a 6-5 score. I kind of see it going that way. Both teams can fill up the net for sure. Both teams have solid goaltending, good defense, very fast skating on both sides. I think we're going to see a real fast-paced game for sure. And this game has a lot to live up to. After 3-2 Tall Boys in the first game, I don't see how you can top it, but we've seen it before, so I'm anxious for this one to get started.
Well, and you also have a little interesting storyline going with that. You know, the goal-scoring hero at the game winner in the first game, Eric Zamora, finds himself in net for the Smart Aces today. So we'll see, you know, he hurried right off the ice. We'll see if the excitement, the euphoria from all of that carries over to his play in net. So we'll see him out there for the Smart Aces. The other end of the ice, we're going to have Cole Reynolds. So we'll see how that works out for them. And actually, we're going to send it over to John Reichart, who's the third member of our broadcast crew. John, what do you got for us?
Hey, guys, I'm over here with Cale Adamson of the Slashers. And Cale, these teams match up pretty well, speed for speed, shot for shot, and two newer netminders with Zamora and Reynolds. How do you see this playing out for you guys?
I think we're just going to try and control the game and keep it at our tempo. Like you said, they're pretty fast. I mean, we've got some speed, too. As long as we can control it, get good shots off, play positionally well, I think we can take the win.
There we go. That's the Slashers game plan.
All right, thank you, John. We're going to get started here in just a moment. We'll line up with the Smart Aces in their black uniforms, with the black sweaters, mostly black socks, some variety of different colored socks and variety of shoelaces as well, skate laces. They'll be heading from right to left, north to south. If you're familiar with the geography of Buccaneer Arena, they're heading toward the lounge, as most D-League players would know. That's the direction they're going to skate. So they'll be on the opposite side in the green sweaters. Of course, it'll be the Slashers. And these are two really tough teams. And they're good at the front. They're really good at the back end as well. We saw that last week in a game that we broadcast. We got to see a lot of Sean Peterson, Alex Garton at the back for the Smart Aces. But you look at some of the tough players that you see an Eric Kipp, you see a Jason Enskat, you see a Lance Benz hanging out back at the blue line for the Slashers. And you have the potential not just for really solid defense, but a lot of offense to be generated from that as well.
Both teams come at you in waves, and I was just thinking as you were talking there that really it starts on defense. You know, most D-League teams obviously generate their offense from the front end, the center and the wings, but not these two. They have such strong skaters and good shooters that play defense on both sides, so I think we're going to see that for sure today.
Referees for today's game, Tim Terrell and Ryan Kelleher, and Kelleher's out at center ice, about ready to go, so we're going to get started. Quick glance down to the goaltenders, getting the nod to go ahead, and the puck is down, and we are underway in Game 2. The winner of this game will take on the Tall Boys. Face-off controlled by the Smart Aces, taken by Alex Garton. Gets past Nick Neighbor and brings it up through center himself, looks to gain the zone, skates to his right, gets to the top of the face-off circle, tries a little dump pass for Peterson. Overskated, but Peterson comes back around, gets a shot toward the net, bounces off of Reynolds up in the air, picked up along the far side boards by Garton. He tries a little backhand pass toward the middle, taken away, and now coming down the other way, Garton's going to have to connect up there with Reeves as Reeves comes down to play him. Garton's able to clear it out to the middle. Enskat can't hold on to it. It gets knocked back down into the Slasher end. Kipp patrolling that area, hits it off the boards, tries to clear it out, but a smart play by Peterson. He comes in, can't get it past Kipp as he puts his stick down, and now trying to send it back the other way will be the Slashers. Athletic play out at center ice, out at the blue line by Garton, but the puck's going the other way, and now Nick Neighbor's got it. He comes in, left-hand shot, takes a shot. Zamora makes a save, rebound right in front of him. Mayfield can't finish it up. Goes in the corner on the near side. Carlisle there, but now Reeves comes away with it for the Slashers. Reeves tries to center it, goes right into the skates of Scott Carlisle. He bashes it off the boards on the near side. There'll be another struggle for the puck. Troy Mayfield back behind the net, sees that he tries to center it toward the middle. The puck now gets knocked back behind the net by Josh Wagner. It's going to be cleared out by Sean Peterson. The ice is up for waving. It'll be cleared as Reynolds plays the puck. Slashers come with it the other way. Enscat out across center. Cuts inside, looks to make a move, gets by his own man, comes in inside of the face-off circle, turns, takes a shot, it's blocked. And it'll bounce around, be picked up and skated up along the near side. This is by the other Garton. That's Chad Garton. He loses control of it, but one of the Stats is there to pick it up. That was Patrick Stats clearing it out toward the middle. Biagini sends it back in for the Slashers as they can make a change behind the play. Patrick Stats with it along the near side boards. He's able to get past Tom Gates and gets it out toward center. Picked up is Chad Garton. He's bothered at the blue line by Lance Benz, but he skates it all the way down in. Sends it back up toward the near side. Stats takes a shot, hits his own player, comes right in the middle. It hit Knutson as he tried to clear it out of the way, and it'll be batted around back out by the blue line. Now gets dumped back down behind the goal line. Skated around Benz, makes a quick move, turns on a dime, sends it up the boards near side for Gates. Gets past him, it goes the length of the ice, and we will have a whistle in our first icing.
Well, finally a whistle, and I was going to make a comment about Garton, but that was about 5 minutes ago. He made a great play there on Justin Reeves a couple minutes ago. Justin's got 28 goals in this league, and a lot of them were scored on that similar plays to what we saw earlier. He had a step, but then Garton with his size and his speed caught up to him and kept it from getting to the net.
Face off of the Slashers zone. Struggle for it, massive bodies, and the Slashers are able to get it back out towards center. Into the neutral zone, trying to come ahead near side is Hoffman, but coming up behind him is Jonas Reinholdson. He sends it down in the end. It's touched up, and we have a penalty. And Hoffman's going to go for a high stick.
Another thing I was going to mention, Brian, you said Zamora obviously had a key role in that first game, not only playing the whole game, but scoring the game-winning goal. And now he comes into this as the goaltender and had made two big saves early. So welcome to the 2 o'clock game, Eric Zamora.
So with the penalty on Hoffman, it'll be a face-off to the right of Cole Reynolds down in the Slasher zone, controlled by the Slashers. Reinholdson has it on his stick. He tries to go behind the net, but is well defended. Now passes it back out toward the middle. Shot by Klingbeil, misses the net near side. Reinholdson spins around to get it. Instead it'll be Eric Kipp. He backhands it. Doesn't get everywhere he wants as Anna Stats was there. She sent it around for Reinholdson. He sends it back again behind the net. Kipp has it again. He whips it off the boards, takes a hard bang off one of those glass stanchions right by the stanchion, carries all the way down to the end. Zamora will settle it down, leave it for Klingbeil. Reeves patrolling that area. Pass across ice. Goes to Schulenberger. He passes it forward. And it's once again cleared back out to center. That time Lance Benz was able to get it and get it out of harm's way. Klingbeil sends it forward. His pass doesn't connect with Stats, and Kipp's there, and he sends it the length of the ice. So far, Slasher's doing a heck of a good job clearing off this penalty. Pass off the boards, gets back out to the neutral zone, trying to come in and pinch on the play and get that as Enscat. He overskated it for a moment, and now Sacre will bring it up the near side for the Smart Aces. Back behind the net, however, taken away by the defenseman. Good battle along the near side boards. And sent back down net into the neutral zone. Klingbeil bounces off the boards, but it gets deflected by Benz, and now Justin Reeves will take it. He spins around with it, and now they've got a couple of Slashers battling for the puck. Reeves sends it forward. He manages to get a step, gets by everybody, gets to where he needs to backhand it over the head of the cage, over the head of Zamora. Benz tries to get it centered out, and Enscat's there. He does a little backhand dump, and coming up the other way will be Sean Peterson. Peterson looks to gain the zone. They do onside. He takes a shot, misses the net on the right side. Alex Garton comes with it. He's in the face-off circle. He takes a shot, and it's gloved and held on by Cole Reynolds.
Hey, guys, we're seeing a lot of good pace and a lot of good attitudes down here on the bench. Both benches are vocal. Both benches are in this one early.
No doubt. There's been a lot of activity so far.
Yeah, and the Slashers are probably looking for more scoring chances after two shorthanded goals on the same penalty kill last week. They're looking to build on that. So far, though, the Aces are doing a good job of keeping that in check.
14:05 to go in the opening period. No score. Final 38 seconds of the power play. Pass doesn't connect, looking for Scott Carlisle, and Enskat sends it back down behind the Smart Aces net. Goes along the boards. Garton backhands it out to center. Dumped in by Peterson. Reynolds will take his stick and send it gently toward the near side boards. Enskat hits it off the boards, but not out. Pass back toward the middle, gets a shot by Peterson, goes off a skate, carries away from the blue paint. Enskat clears it around and sends it down the length of the ice. This will pretty much kill off the penalty, last 5 seconds. Garton will come back and pick it up. Hoffman's out of the box. Garton brings it forward through neutral ice. He's going to carry it himself. He skates all the way to the right side, gets a defenseman spun around, takes a shot, and it's deflected up and it'll go out of play. You can see that one coming.
Oh, yeah. Garton got it wound up, and he was going to take it to the hole, and good defense there to get a stick on that to deflect it out of play. So the first penalty kill has been successfully converted by the Aces, or by the Slashers, excuse me. Still scoreless here, just inside the 13-minute mark.
So it'll be a face-off to the left of Cole Reynolds. And the puck is down, and it goes back in the corner. Slapped up the boards, not out. Garton swims around neighbor, comes into the face-off circle, gets inside of the dot, takes a shot off the glove, and he scores. Off the glove of Cole Reynolds, and Garton just made a great play to keep that in at the blue line, slipped by a couple and came in, got a nice look at the net and popped it in, and the Aces have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by Garton. Very good patience, too. He had an opportunity to shoot it earlier, but elected to keep it till down low. And actually, Reynolds got a piece of that, but it had so much torque on it that it just fell through, and momentum-wise favored the Aces, and it's 1-0.
Face-off win by the Slashers. Ben sends it back in. Even the Aces and Patrick Stats tries a little back spin move up to Knutson. Knutson passes it cross ice looking for Chad Garton. Garton brings it onside. He's got Shapiro with him as he comes down toward the middle. Gets into the high slot. Garton switches around, tries to get on his right hand. Tries a right-hand shot. He doesn't get all the way through. Gets back out near the point. An attempt all the way in is knocked away as Hertzberg tried to get it going there. Sent back to Patrick Stats, who hits it off the boards. Back into the Slashers' end. Biagini, however, sends it right back out toward the middle. Puck loose in the middle of the ice. Mayfield gets it toward the near side. Knutson there fighting with him. The puck is taken away by Knutson. He looks ahead. Nobody there, and he sends it all the way down to the Slashers. Benz looking forward. Tries to connect for Neighbor. Gets deflected down to the corner by the Zamboni doors. Hertzberg sends it over to Stats. Mayfield on him. Stats off the board near side. Knutson comes down on that board from his forward position to try to play it. Can't clear it out. It's in the skates of Reeves. Reeves muscles his way off of Stats and is able to hold it in the first attempt to clear it out by Knutson, but finally back out to center. Slashers have it as Neighbor looks to bring it onside, and does. He comes in. He's on that left side. At the faceoff circle, takes a shot, misses the net, hard off the boards. Comes all the way up toward the near side. Lance Benz whips one toward the net. It takes a funny bounce. It's right in front of the paint. And Zamora definitely didn't see it, I think, until it hit him. And it bounced right up, and he falls on top of it. Cover it up and prevent a goal.
Well, it was an innocent enough looking play, but that puck fluttered a little bit, and when it hit Zamora's pad, it looked like a pinball machine. Sort of bounced around a little bit, but just enough on it there to keep it out and maintain that 1-0 advantage for the Aces.
10.5 to go, opening period. Face-off near side in the Aces' end. Reinholdson, Klingbeil gets it, and it then starts rolling toward the crease, and Zamora will cover it up, so we'll just start that one all over again. Teams will reposition themselves, wait for the whistle. Puck down out of the corner. Hit hard all the way around by Schulenberger. Kip's able to get his skate down to block it. There's a bit of a size advantage for Kip as he had Anna Stats right there next to him. She, however, gets her stick on it and floats it back out through the neutral zone to be taken by Enskat back in the Slashers' end. He passes forward for Adamson. Adamson out near the center line. Looks ahead, brings it onside, comes in the high slot. Tries to go to the right side. It gets the puck knocked off his stick back into the corner. Tries to center it for the middle, nobody home. Reinholdson can't get control of it. He tries to clear it out, but a good play by Enskat. Now he's bringing it to the top of the circle, gets in the slot, makes one miss, makes another miss. Backhands it toward the net, misses on the far side. A backhand centering feed all the way out to the point for Kip. He blasts it wide of the net. Klingbeil and Adamson battling for that puck back behind the net. Klingbeil has it on his stick. It pops up in the air, rolls around to the side where it's picked up by Anna Stats. She's not going to be able to clear it, though, because she tries to go up the boards, and that's right where Eric Kip is. He takes a shot on net, and it's held on by Zamora after he fumbled it a little bit.
When we talked about it earlier, a lot of offense generated from the point by both of these teams, and Kip got that shot off real fast, and Zamora had to be sharp there to make that save. You know, just a little bit before that, Anna Stats got it tangled up with Kip at the blue line and managed to chip that puck out. You know, we don't have power rankings for undersized female defensemen, but if we did, between her and Tammy Pfeiffer, they're both fearless.
You know, Tammy's not even playing in this game, and I think she just got a penalty called on her. So, puck gets sent down to the Slasher zone. It'll be taken by Lance Benz. He stops on a dime, whips it back out towards center, and that's where it's picked up by Alex Garten. Didn't quite gain the red line, but they're not going to call the icing on that. It goes in the corner. Aces were offside. They had to check up. Again, pass out toward the middle. Asplund can't hang on to it. It's sent in offside by the Aces, and coming away the other way with it is Benz. He's bothered by Garten, but Benz keeps going as Garten blows a tire, but then gets right back up. Looking to bring it onside. Nickstad's toward the middle. Shot misses the net. Good play as it comes all the way back around. Reynolds had gone all the way to the far side. The puck came loose on the other end. Back on the stick, a backhand try by Garten. A puck floating near the blue paint, and now it's taken away the other way by Lance Benz. He tries to pass it forward. It'll be knocked back into the zone by Josh Wagner. Slashers can't clear it out right away as it hit their own player. Enskat off the bench. Looks to pass it forward for Hoffman a little too far. Sent up the near side board. Enskat back at his own end. Looks to play toward the middle. Can't connect with Asplund. The puck rolls all the way down in the corner. Garten behind the net. Looks forward. Makes a move to get past Hoffman, and he's off to the races down the middle. Good stick by Kip, but now Kip's turned around. Enskat's turned around. The pass attempt for Peterson misses, so Peterson will track it down in the corner to the right of Reynolds. Now Peterson stops behind the net. Momentum carries Kip past him. Peterson tries to center it. Nobody home. The Aces will hold it at the line. And then it's turned and whacked down the length of the ice. And we'll go for the icing.
So right now the Slashers still trying to find the equalizer, Brian, and I find it interesting. This is one of the few teams in the league who can hang with them, speed-wise, talent-wise, and I don't think they're really familiar with this type of a game, but they're making adjustments as they need to. 6:30 to go here in the first.
You know, these teams split the season series, but it's important to note that the second game, the Aces just absolutely obliterated the Slashers. It was a 7-2 game. Now, the Slashers did not have a full bench that day and were missing some of their top-end players. So I don't know how much you can take from that. As the Slashers look to bring it onside, here comes Enskat. Cuts to the middle, gets in front of Reeves. Backhands it for Reeves, takes a shot, misses the net. Back behind the net, poked around by Patrick Stats to the near side. Looking to get something on it is Chad Garten. Evades his stick and ends up way back in the neutral zone. Kip slaps it toward the board, keeps it himself. Gets a head of steam coming, nice little ballet move, kicks it forward, but it'll be dumped back out to the neutral zone, and Enskat will settle it down for the Slashers back in their own end. Pass toward the middle, bounces down harmlessly, and Stats pounds it off the boards, reaching for Chad Garten. Garten's got it down on the near side. He was way all the way out by the Slashers' blue line, takes a shot off the back of the net. Enskat wins the battle for the puck on the rebound area from there and tries to pass it out. It goes off the skate of Reeves. And holding the line nicely is Patrick Stats. He takes the puck away from Mayfield, comes in, gets a shot. Going the opposite direction, Reynolds is able to make that save, goes off the pads, kicks to the near side. Enskat pushes it forward. Bringing it up is Mayfield. He overskates the puck, and Knutson comes to cause trouble behind him. And now taking it away the other way is Brian Shapiro, gets it away from Neighbor. Shapiro settles it down, passes it back. Patrick Stats will come away with it. Hits it off the boards in front of the benches, but reading the play and coming in is Biagini. He picks it up, tries to bring it down with speed, but it's blocked by Shapiro, who sends it back down to the Slashers' end. Under 5 minutes to go, opening period, 1-0 Smart Aces. Mayfield's got it on his stick out in the neutral zone, leaves it for Justin Reeves. Reeves up the near side, tries to get a shot, goes off the glove of Zamora, bounces back behind the net. Schellenberger off the side, read by Biagini, comes in, pinches in there, tries to get it for Neighbor, gets tangled up in the feet of the referee, and then brought out the other way. Stats put her stick down out at the blue line. She's able to clear it, and it goes back down to the Slashers' end. Biagini sprints after the puck. He pounds it off the boards, goes back toward the middle, deflected out toward the neutral zone. It's in the feet of Tom Gates at this point in time. Then brought forward by Cale Adamson. Taken away, going the other way with it. Inside is Sacre. The Aces are going to be offside. able to tag back up. Brought forward by Benz. Slashers apparently onside. He tries to center it, and they get a shot, but McCormick's misses the net. Other way, Klingbeil. He cuts toward the middle, sees a lot of open ice. Brings it onside. Comes to his right side, gets to the faceoff circle, takes a shot. Saved by Reynolds, bounces to the near side. Backhanded toward the middle, an open net. Anna Stats can't get her stick on it. The puck is on the side of the cage. At least 4 players on the ice down in front of the net. One player is still down, and that's Biagini. He's slow to get back up. Puck back out to the neutral zone. Adamson tries to bring it inside, can't get it past Garten. Turning around is Klingbeil, and now it'll be taken by Reinholdson. Biagini makes his way to the bench. This is sent down the length of the ice. It'll go for icing. So we'll get a break in the action with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. In a 1-0 game of the first period, Aces on top of the Slashers.
Well, we had a rugby scrum break out there in front of Cole Reynolds, and somehow that puck stayed out. Biagini was slow to get up. It looks to be all right, which is great to see.
There's a wide open net, too, and the puck bounces over the stick of Anastat. She can't push that one in. Massive humanity. So with the icing, the faceoff is down to the Aces zone. Enskat gets a shot. It bounces on a stick, and then Aspelin deflects it in past Zamora to tie it up. That shot came from the point from Enskat. It went off a stick, and it just kept going. Aspelin's there, and he settles it in. And that, just like that, we're back to a tie game, 1-1, 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go, first period.
Well, it's always great to see a shot come in low like that if you're the offensive team, because you're hoping for some type of deflection or off a stick, and that's pretty much what happened there.
Kip powers his way in off the faceoff, looks to take a shot. It gets deflected and butterflies itself floating up over the net. Kip follows his own shot, goes back to the middle, looks to center it for Aspelin. Broken up, but Kip along the near side boards plays it. He gets it back to Aspelin, tries to settle it down. Puck waddles a bit on him, gets deflected off a stick, and Nickstadt sends it along the boards all the way around, and it's going to go all the way out. Picked up by Garten. Garten with Peterson on his left. Comes to the middle. Garten looks to try to pass for a centering feed. Gets deflected. Goes behind the net. Enskat had taken away. Now Enskat looks to go the other way with it himself. He sprints out through the middle. He's got some defensemen with their back to him. Comes in the middle. Goes to the left side. Cuts in. Tries a little backhander. Saved by Zamora. Over to the corner. Shot attempt is blocked. And coming the other way again is Garten ahead for Peterson. Peterson in the high slot. Takes a shot right on the body of Reynolds, and he'll hold on. So a lot of action there, end to end. You got skaters on both of these teams that aren't only capable of doing that, but want to do that.
Absolutely, they want to do it, and they don't care if they get that puck in the neutral zone, behind their own net. Doesn't matter. They're looking to crank it up and take it the length of the ice. We're just about down to the 1 minute mark, or excuse me, the 19-minute mark, I should say. 1 minute to go in the period.
Face off in the Slashers zone, controlled by the Aces. Out at the point, Patrick Stats along the boards. Doesn't get all of it, and is tracked down behind the net by Justin Reeves. Reeves will spin away from Shapiro and brings it himself all the way up through the middle. Looks to gain the zone. He's got Patrick Stats in front of him, and come from behind is Ian Knutson. Now Reeves slips and falls in the corner. Actually, they're going to call a penalty on that. So Terrell's got his arm up behind the play. And it's going to be a penalty on Patrick Stats. It's going to be a holding call.
That's a big loss for the Aces. One of their best defensemen and very good skater. And now the Slashers have a chance to jump on this and go up 2-1.
Face-off win by the Slashers. Final 10 seconds of the first period. Aspelin turns around, gets past his man, takes a shot toward the middle, and it goes right in. I don't know if that got deflected or if there was a screen in front of it. Zamora couldn't get it, didn't make the stop. And at the end of the first period, the penalty's over, and it's a 2-1 lead for the Slashers.
Huge, huge play. So not only do the Slashers convert, they do it with under 8 seconds to go in the period. Great play by Aspelin. Not to panic, he knew he had a little bit of time, and I don't think Zamora saw that. You know, you said it might be a screen. I believe it was. In any event, took him only 13 seconds to get it, and it's 2-1 Slashers.
Hey guys, I'm down on the Aces bench with Scott Carlisle. Scott, there was a furious pace of this first period. You guys got off to an early lead. They come back and capitalize on this power play to take a late lead. What's going on in this next period that has you guys moving forward?
We just need more shots on goal, put more pressure on Cole, keep it out of our end.
Now, you guys have been able to match speed for speed. Aspelin with 2 good goals early. How can you break up their momentum that they have?
We got to stop them in the neutral zone. Don't let them get in deep. Get it out of our zone and keep it in their zone.
All right, there's the game plan from the Aces, guys.
All right, thanks, John. Well, we got a little bit of a break in the action. So far, this has been a frenetic pace. I think it's about the pace that we expected, and I think a 3-goal period, pretty much what I expected.
Yeah, I agree. We saw a lot of action late. About the middle, I'd say 7 or 8 minutes of that period, there was a lot of play in the neutral zone, a lot of back and forth, not much in the way of scoring chances, but that all changed there in about the last 3 or 4 minutes. And the Slashers just showed you how dangerous they are. They can strike so quickly, and giving them a power play is you're just asking for it. And we saw that too. And you got to play the full 20 minutes. I mean, you never want to give up a goal in the last minute, but somehow the Aces gave one up in the last 8 seconds. So it'll be interesting to see how they respond.
So, speaking of 20 minutes, new one starts right now. So the puck is down, and teams have switched ends. Slashers win the faceoff, sent forward by Enskat. Now Neighbor's going to come away with it. Gets by his man, takes a shot. Huge rebound given up by Zamora, but unable to get his stick on it as Mayfield, and he ends up backhanding it toward the middle of the crease. Picked up the other way, tries to clear it out. Neighbor puts his stick down and prevents it from getting out to the neutral zone. He's along the far side boards. And Chad Garton bothers him. Neighbor keeps track of the puck. Now Schulenberger looks to come the other way. Pass out toward the middle, kept in by Enskat. He makes a man miss. That was Garton that he slipped by. That was Chad Garton coming in. Another backhand try. Enskat can't hang on to that, and he'll be able to get it right back as the clearing attempt by Knutson is held in by Reeves. Sent back behind the net. Klingbeil behind his own goal. Has to avoid not one but 2 Slashers. It was 2 Slashers and 1 ace back there. Now he gets it back out to Knutson as he looks to gain the zone. Pass to the near side. Connects with Shapiro. Brings it onside. Gets down to lift one toward the goal. Blockered away by Reynolds to the corner. Back out to the neutral zone. Klingbeil will skate along the blue line and dump it in while the Aces make a change. Reinholdson along the far side of half boards along there with Enskat. Puck is loose. Enskat swings and misses, goes in the corner. Reinholdson comes away with it to the near side. Looks to find control of the puck, but Eric Kipp's got a long reach and he takes it away from him. Kipp hits it off the glass, trying to clear it out, and this will be sent down the length of the ice by Brian McCormick. Goes the length of the ice, and it goes there fast enough that we're going to have an icing call.
Well, there aren't too many guys who go into the corner with Enskat and come out with the puck, but somehow Reinholdson did that. Great hustle play. Kind of lost it in his own skates behind the net.
I did that once, but I tripped him.
It's no shame giving the puck up to Kipp either. He's a big man, and he got that puck away, but the faceoff is down to the right of Reynolds.
Down to that Slashers end. 2 minutes elapsed in the second period. 2-1 Slashers with the lead. Puck down. Gates lifts it for the Slashers up the boards. Adamson unable to clear it out. Gates gets a stick on to try to clear it out. Can't do it. Here comes Alex Garton, but he maybe got a little too excited there. His eyes lifted up, and Biagini gets the puck. Garton gathers it in along the near side. Makes a move to get past Adamson. Picks it up again. Gets down by the goal line. Tries to center it out in front looking for Reinholdson. Anna Stats is there. She takes a shot. Pad save by Reynolds. Near side off the boards and back out to the neutral zone. Icing waved off. They have to be tracked down by Wagner. Wagner will go all the way back behind his own net, bothered by Tom Gates as he tries to come up the near side. Off the boards. On the stick of Wagner as it caromed away from Brian McCormick. Now back out toward Anna Stats. She passes it forward a little too far for Reinholdson, who was towing that line, trying to stay onside. Lance Benz, high backhand off the glass. Shot attempt gets blocked, and Biagini will send it up the near side. Gates shuffleboards it out toward the middle, and so the Aces have to check up. Garton's got it on his stick. He turns around as Adamson bothers him. Gets past the blue line, comes inside. Skates to the outside of the faceoff circle, lifts one off the side of the net. Biagini, in an attempt to clear it out, hits it off the back of his own cage, and the puck now rolls up the far side. Out to the point, shot comes in low, gets into the skates. Now Lance Ben settles it down for the Slashers. He lifts it up off the glass and sends it down. Adamson behind the play is going to pick it up by the faceoff circle. He's all alone. He tries to get control of it. He kicks it to the middle as that puck wouldn't settle down for him. And now off the near side boards and out to center go the Aces. Anastats can't keep possession of it, and it'll be taken by Brian McCormick, who will dump it in so the Slashers can make a change. Adamson and Garton going at it down on the near side, and Adamson gets a stick on it, and that just went right off the helmet of Wagner and carries out a play, and we'll have a face-off in the Smart Aces end.
So still 2-0 Slashers, and Cole Reynolds has had to be sharp this period. He made a point-blank save on Anna Stotts that looked like had nothing but eyes for the back of the net. So he's had to definitely be sharp here. Cole definitely came to play.
Face off down to the Aces zone. Aces with it. Off the boards, up toward the middle. And out to the neutral zone. Bring it ahead. This is Nick Stats. This pass toward the middle is taken away, and Enscat looks to lift it forward and does to Asplund. He's got 2 goals already, but a nice play by Patrick Stats to take it away. Stats is going to go the other way with some speed. Looks to pass it forward for Sean Peterson and does. Peterson gains the line. It's a 2-on-1. Takes a shot, misses near side. Nick Stats follows the play, and he's down by the goal line. Tries to pass it toward the middle. Goes off the body of Eric Kipp. Bounces around and is cleared out by Enscat back to the neutral zone. Herzberg will settle it down. Looks for Patrick Stats again. Stats makes a move to get by one of the Slashers, and he and Enscat will fight for the puck, and Enscat wins that battle and sends it back out the other way. 2 Slashers on Herzberg, but he hits it off the boards in front of the Slashers bench. Back out to the neutral zone. Scott Carlisle sends it back to his own defense. He cycles around. Long pass looking from Patrick Stats to Nick Stats. Instead, it goes off of the stick of Stats, and Enscat will send it down the other way. Herzberg, D-to-D pass. Brought out to the neutral zone. They're going to call him onside. Pass looking for Peterson is taken the other way, and here comes Enscat. Enscat with one little extra step makes a move. He's got Patrick Stats in front of him. Enscat cuts to the slot, lifts a shot, and scores on the right side. He beat Eric Zamora on Zamora's right. And just like that, now the Slashers have a 3-1 lead with 14:15 to go in the second period.
Again, the Slashers continue to push back. The Aces were showing some good offensive pressure there, but the Slashers just showed you again, if they can counter, they can score quickly. And Enscat, kind of a classic NHL Xbox move, goes right, shoots left, and beats Zamora low, and it's 3-1.
Face-off win for the Slashers. And Ben sends it up to his defensive partner, Biagini. And he tries to get it out to center and is able to get it into the feet of Chad Garton, but finally gets back out to the neutrals, and now Reeves is coming the other way. So Reeves for the Slashers takes a hard shot, misses the net wide. Puck taken away by Mayfield. It's taken away from Knutson, and now he passes it up the near side boards, or the far side boards, and Knutson collides with Reeves. They send it back toward the middle. The two of them kind of give each other a little hand check there in the corner. Off the boards and sent back out, carrying toward the net on the other end. It'll be stopped by Reynolds, and he'll give Lance Benz a chance to get down and pick it up for the Slashers. Fakes a pass across, maintains possession of it, passes forward for Reeves, who can't control it on his stick, and Kevin Klingbeil will track it down for the Aces in their end, hits it hard off the boards in front of the Slashers bench for Knutson. Knutson passes it forward. Chad Garton wasn't quite ready for it, and Benz will take the play, and he's going to come away with it and go with it himself. Loses control of it, but he lifts the stick of the defenseman, comes down and takes the possession of himself, looks for Reeves. Reeves takes a shot right at the body of Zamora, saving the near side. Backhand off the boards. They're going to whistle it down because the net has come off the moorings. And they're going to have a face-off down to the Aces' end.
Well, Brian, we're just about midway through the second. I think we're at a crucial part of this game. If the Slashers can get another one and go up 4-1, it's going to be really tough for the Aces to come back. On the other hand, if they get the next goal and make it 3-2, we're almost back to square. So this is a crucial part of the game here.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. You got a 2-goal lead. See what's going on. 12 1/4 to go in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Eric Zamora, down to the Aces' end. Puck is down, comes back out toward the middle. Biagini whiffs on it, but it's still going to be played by Mayfield. He backhands it looking for somebody in the crease, and Alex Garton takes it, gets it to his brother, gets it right back to Alex up the middle. Alex gains the blue line, looks to move, comes around, gets in front. Good save by Reynolds. As Garton maybe made one too many moves, and Nick Neighbor tries to take it around the other way, but can't get it out. Anastats holds in at the point. That goes back deep into the Slasher zone. Hits off the boards. Now Chad Garton gets it around for Alex. Alex lifts it up, gets deflected, and comes floating around. Now they're going to get a shot, and Chad Garton scores. So the puck got deflected, floated up, and when it got right down there, he was able to beat Cole Reynolds. Looked like he may have beaten him on the short side. And just like that, it's 3-2. So you're talking about that next goal. Well, the next goal goes to the Smart Aces.
That was big, and before that, Cole made a great save. He came out and actually did a little bit of a poke check and steered that aside, but the Aces kept it in the zone. They kept going, and I believe you're right. He beat him on the short side, and it's 3-2.
So a huge goal for the Smart Aces back out at center. Brought forward by the Aces. They get it onside. Puck battle along the side. There's some happy sticks right there. And it comes loose into the slot. Kip tries to backhand it out. It hits Anastats, and now Kip's going to get possession of it toward the middle. He just uses that big frame of his and gets past Garten, but it's picked up and sent the other way by the Aces through the neutral zone. Loose puck right in front of the net, or right in front of the bench of the Slashers. Puck sent in on net, just misses wide. Anastats follows the play around. She sends it toward the net. Reynolds puts a stick down, deflects it around to the near side. Eric Kip off the boards and sends it down the length of the ice, and this should go for icing. And it will.
Hey guys, I'm up here in the lounge with Reefers goalie Brian Higgins. And Brian, you guys just fell a little bit short this year after leading the league in wins all season. What are your outlooks for the championship game now that you're not in it?
The outlook's not good. We got beat. It was a good game, good battle. I feel like we came out pretty strong, and I don't know if we wore ourselves out, but I don't feel like we played the same game the last period and a half as we did the first period and a half.
Oh well, tough loss, buddy. Good luck next year.
All right, thanks to Brian Higgins and to John Reichart for that. We have another icing call here as Slashers send it down the length of the way. And we'll get another face-off back down near Cole Reynolds.
I think we just had D-League history. That might be our first ever lounge interview during the game. That was kind of cool.
We are trendsetters.
Yeah, we're setting some trends, that's for sure.
I mean, you're home away from home.
All right, face-off to the left of Reynolds down to the Slasher zone. Batted up, swing and a miss by Benz as he tries to clear it out. Hoffman gets it and sends it back out to the neutral zone for Patrick Stats. He's got it, waits for his team to come onside, and brings it himself down by the half boards. Straight up inside. Stats turns around, tries to get it to a centering pass toward the middle. Nobody saw it. Now Peterson's there. He tries to follow it in. Hit too many bodies, and Karam's back behind the net. Peterson around by the face-off circle, takes a shot, saved by Reynolds, gets kicked back over the Zamboni doors. Benz will pick it up. And he sends it down. This one's going to go all the way down, and we'll have another icing.
We have a listener wanted to make it known that he is a Slasher fan. James Stevenson, all the way down in Branson, Missouri, says, "Go Slashers."
Nice to get a chance to watch the game live, so that's pretty exciting. It's always good to get a chance to watch D-League hockey live.
Yep, and also Grandpa and Grandma are watching live from Branson. First time they'd be able to get this live, so that's exciting. We're getting some good viewer feedback.
Face-off win by the Slashers, and Enskat tries to lift it up, but a really nice play by the Aces to prevent that from going down because there had been about 2 Slashers ahead of the play. This one's whacked back the other way. Asplund ices the puck, and we'll have another face-off. So we've had a lot of icings in the last few minutes of play.
Yeah, right now you got both teams trying to kind of settle in a little bit. Obviously, the Aces are looking to tie this thing up, and the Slashers would like nothing better than to restore that 2-goal lead. And as a result, you got a lot of back and forth. Nobody wanted to take too many risks.
Just under 7.5 to go in the second period. Puck is down, controlled by the Aces. Shot attempt by Peterson. It's blocked. Klingbeil didn't get very much on his attempt, and it's in the feet of the former captain of the Flyers as Troy Mayfield sends it up, and Nick Neighbor brings it onside. He gets a shot right into the body of Zamora, and he holds on and covers it up.
You know, that time, too, it looked like Zamora was pretty deep in his crease there, but somehow managed to fight that puck off and keep it out. That was a good shot by Neighbor, good low and hard there. 6:48 to go in the second.
Teams will make full changes here. Everybody gets some fresh legs out on the ice. Face-off win by Justin Reeves. Gets it out to the corner for Eric Kip. He passes down low, and Reeves was there. And Reeves takes a backhand shot as he's bothered by Garten on that original play. Didn't have a chance to receive the pass. Toward the middle, nice pass by Mayfield. Takes a shot to Reeves, turn around and scores. Yeah, there you go. There's that 2-goal lead they wanted. They got it back. It's 4-2 Slashers. That was a beautiful play by Reeves. Just he had his back to the net, just kind of turned around and whipped it just over the shoulder of Zamora.
Yeah, and that's almost as good as a backhand, which is always a tough play for a goalie to pick up. That time, if you have your back to the play and then whip it around on your forehand, goalie can't pick that up either. And as a result, it's 4-2. So there's people in Branson that are real happy about that one.
I think so. Yeah, I think they have to be. Face-off win for the Slashers. Enscat sends it down off the gloved hand of Josh Wagner, and Wagner looks to bring it forward. Gets it out now, Alex Garton with it. He's got his brother with him. Garton skates around, bothered by Enscat. Garton trying to get a shot. It goes right through the crease, went a little bit too far. Chad was coming behind there to try to get it, instead missed the net. Didn't have enough speed on it. Now, speaking of speed, coming the other way with it is Reeves. He gets bodied up by Alex Garton. He gets knocked down. No call on that one. Puck sent back down behind the net. Enscat skates through the middle with it. Chips it off the boards out to the neutral zone. Brought ahead by Alex Garton. He's squeezed off the play by Enscat. There's a penalty. There's a penalty that's going to be called. And Enscat's going to find his way to the box.
Well, I think the Slashers are frustrated with that call because just before that, they thought they saw a similar play by Garton.
Oh, they did.
And in any event, the Aces are going to go back on the power play here and try to cut this thing back to 1 goal.
So it is a face-off in the Slasher zone. And they're going to try to clear it out. Ryan Holtzen can't hang on. Adamson sprints forward to try to bother it out to the neutral zone. So the Aces have to check up. Brought onside. Ryan Holtzen by the face-off circle gets to the middle. Biagini sends it off the boards on the far side, and he looks to clear it out. And he does. Off the bench and off the boards in front of the bench of the Smart Aces all the way down. Biagini just follows the play himself, comes in, and it's a nice play by Patrick Stats to get the puck away from him. Stats will bring it up the left side. Out toward the middle, cuts all the way across the ice, now cuts back inside. Gains the line, gets up near the face-off circle. Adamson in front of him, he tries a little pass toward the middle, can't connect with Reinholdson. They may have had everybody looking one way, so if they've been able to connect, that might have been a nice opportunity. Instead, now the puck gets sent back into the Aces' end. Long cross-ice pass, Anna Stats. She sends it all the way across the ice, looking for Reinholdson, who collides with Benz. Another play. There's been some physical play coming on this period. And Benz just takes the feet out, slides forward, and coming the other way, it'll be Reeves. Reeves and Benz. Patrick Stats providing the pressure. Backhand pass by Reeves doesn't connect, but here's the shot right through the crease by Benz. Anna Stats will take it. She tries to clear it out. Can't get it out of the zone as Adamson sends it all the way back down. Getting a little chippy out there.
Well, you just hope the cooler heads prevail because it is getting a little heated out there.
Minute and a half to go on the penalty. 3 minutes and 5 seconds remain to be played in this second period. 4-2 the lead for the Slashers. Reinholdson shot blocked by Adamson, cleared out by Benz. He's back down behind the net. Zamora leaves it for his own teammates. Looking to bring it forward, Kevin Klingbeil. He crosses center red. Gains the zone himself. Squeezed off the play a little bit by Asplund. Klingbeil gets it back, tries to center it. Benz is there, and he clears it out. Back down into the Aces' end. Schellenberger's pass goes into the feet of Scott Carlisle. Carlisle's got it out toward the middle, passes for Klingbeil, goes in front of him a bit too far. Nick Stats can't do anything with it, and it's cleared down the length of the ice by Eric Kipp. So this is a very similar penalty kill to what we saw in the first period. Slasher's doing a really nice job of not just getting the puck out, but some places putting some pressure on him. Pass doesn't connect. Benz has it. Benz looks up, clears it the length of the ice.
Yeah, this is textbook penalty killing. You know, we joke sometimes that we wish we could decline penalties in the D-League because that usually leads to really good scoring chances for the shorthanded team.
Slashers end up with a shot on net there as Adamson and Alex Garton had a bit of a bump in there near the blue line. Adamson came away with the puck and was saved by Zamora. So the penalty time has expired, so at the drop of the puck, Jason Enscat can leave the penalty box. That faceoff is in the Aces' end. Controlled by the Aces, but the penalty is over, so an effective penalty kill. Puck out near the blue line. It's taken by Kipp. He looks to find Enscat. Gets taken off his stick, sent back out to Kipp. His either a pass or a shot ends up wide of the net. Alex Garton coming up the other way for the Aces. Back check behind him by Asplund, who takes the puck and pokes it away from him. Then they turn around and send it back down behind the goal line at the other end. Wagner battling with the dasher to get the puck. Got nobody else in front of him. He's got some time. Wagner comes away with it. Off the boards in front of the bench of the Slashers, looking for Scott Carlisle, and now Garton brings it ahead. He's ahead of the play, and they're going to whistle this down for offside. So the offside play stops what ended up being a nice little scoring opportunity there. We're in the final minute, 40 seconds to go of the second period, a 4-2 game with the Slashers on top of the Smart Aces. Again, the winner of this game to take on the Tall Boys in our championship game for D-League. Puck down into the skates of Nick Stats, but it'll be picked up by Garton. Alex Garton brings it onside. Comes in. Makes a move and fooled Reynolds when he able to cover it up. Able to cover it. He had Reynolds moving one way. He went the other way with it, and good reflexes there to cover it up by Cole Reynolds.
Very good reflexes. We almost saw another goal in the last 10 seconds of the game, but Cole recovered just in time.
Face-off and a shot off the face-off by Nick Stats is blockered away by Reynolds, and that ends the period. So 4-2 the score after 2, and got a couple of things to look for in this third period. One, is that physical play going to continue? Is it going to get chippier? And two, there's been a lot of speed back and forth. The Aces are down 2. Do they have enough team speed and enough team, at this point, enough grit to keep coming back? Yeah,
and another thing, too, I've noticed is that Garton looks a little surprised, maybe a little frustrated. This is one of the few teams in the league who can match his speed. He's used to being able to get that puck behind his own blue line and pretty much take it the length of the ice. He's done it once or twice, but not as often as he's used to. So I'm hoping, as far as the physical play goes, that backs off a notch. We don't want anybody getting hurt or anything crazy happening out there. But it is 4-2.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the Slasher bench with Jason Enskat. And Jason, you guys fell behind early, came back, got a 2-goal lead. They trimmed it back to 1. You got it back to 2. You guys have 18 minutes to close this out. How do you do it?
Everybody's got to give a team effort. Everybody's got to work hard every shift. No stupid penalties, clearing the puck properly, carrying it out properly, working hard, getting in the way, moving pucks, all that good stuff, shooting down low, everything.
Now, they seem to be matching you speed for speed. Are you guys juggling lines to match up, get the key matchups you want, or no?
A little of both. When we get a penalty, get a little bit offside, guys get a little screwed up. Other than that, we're doing okay. They got some younger guys a little faster than our older guys. We got a lot more older guys than they do, so we're trying to make our experience work for us.
All right, that's the plan from the Slasher bench. We'll see how it matches up. 18 minutes left.
Thank you, John.
All right, thank you, John. Thank you, Jason. It's always good to hear from both benches, and we heard from the Smart Aces at the end of the first period. So we probably need to at least at one point mention our sponsor, of course, the Keg Stand, located at 3530 West Town Parkway out in West Des Moines. One thing to keep us reminding of ourselves of that, of course, is that we do have the D-League postseason awards that'll be coming up at the Keg Stand at the end of our season. So once we have those details, I'm sure that'll be presented on D-League Radio. I'm sure it'll be sent out at least, and then hopefully the captains will have that information as well. We'll get that sent out, obviously Facebook, all the different groups that we have for that.
It will be well publicized. I have no doubt about that. I wonder if that'll be a black tie affair. That should be a really fun evening.
See how that goes for us.
Well, I got a feeling Pete Van Houweling will show up in a tux. I just kind of have that feeling.
Sometimes that's what he gets dressed in when he wakes up, though. Today's a tuxedo day.
Yeah.
So, start of the third period. Face-off controlled by the Slashers in their own end. Going to be on the stick of Eric Kipp. Hard pass forward for Reeves. Kicks it to himself. Kicks it into the skate of the referee, and now they'll spin around battling for the puck, but a good play by Neighbor to come back and send it down behind the goal line. Patrick Stats there with the puck. Softly off the boards and unable to clear it out. Tries to pass it toward the middle and going to be taken by Reeves. He turns around and puck up the near side will be taken by Knutson. So Ian brings it out toward the center. Looking to pass all the way over for Shapiro. Pass goes a little too far, and Eric Kipp back behind the net for the Slashers. Kipp patiently deals with the puck and tries to send it out. It's held in by Patrick Stats at the line. He sends it back down for Kipp, and this time Kipp's going to push it forward, and good play by Alex Garton as Justin Reeves had broken behind the play. Garton sends it forward, but right to Enskat. Enskat gets it down toward Patrick Stats, who hits it off the boards. Back up to the neutral zone. Brian Shapiro gets it in. It's sent back out. And back to the neutral zone again. Now this is Nick Neighbor. If they hurry, they can have an odd man advantage. Neighbor to the top of the circle, takes a shot, goes right in the body of Zamora. He'll hang on as we get a whistle.
So the Slashers have a 2-goal lead, but their personality has always been to be very aggressive. I'm wondering if they're going to back off a little bit, or you think they're going to keep pressing.
Well, earlier in the game, you saw every time that one of their defensemen would bring the puck in, the other defense would be playing center field, not even at the red line, but mostly at the blue line back there to take away any breakaway opportunities. See if that keeps going there. Shot gets sent wide of the net. Klingbeil picks it up here for the Aces behind his own net. Tries to skate it out. Looks ahead. Pass for Sacre a little too far. Goes back out to Lance Benz for the Slashers, who skates it in his own end. Picks up some speed, changes direction, comes through the middle. Brings it onside himself. Gets down near the goal line. Spins around from it, and it'll be Reinholdson the other way. Tries to clear it out, and it will hit one of the Slashers, rolls back out toward the middle, and now Anna Stats is going to take it for herself, and Brian McCormick comes in, and the captain of the Slashers sends it out to neutral ice. Reinholdson dumps it back in, and so now the Slashers will have time to settle it down. 4-2, Smart Aces, third period. Long shot in as the Aces were offside. And it'll be settled down by the Slashers. Long pass ahead. Ben's looking for Gates, doesn't connect, goes too far, and we have an icing.
So just about 5 minutes into the third, still 4-2 Slashers. And once again, we find that point in the game where the Aces are down by 2, and they are thinking, I'm sure, we need this next goal because we can't afford to go down by 3, especially here in the third, because obviously as time goes on, it becomes the enemy of the trailing team, in this case the Aces.
Josh Wagner with a shot from the blue line as the Aces won the faceoff down in the Slasher zone. Backhanded by Patrick Stats and then sent down, unable to hold it in by the Aces, and it'll be an icing call, so it'll send all the way back down to the Slashers' end. So yeah, just to recap everything, the Aces got that first goal. Alex Garton took it down the length of the ice, had a nice play. And then 2 goals for the Slashers in the final 3 minutes of the first period gave them that lead, including that 1 goal that was right at the very tail end. And then the second period, it was extended out to a 3-1 advantage before Chad Garton scored to cut that to 3-2, but Justin Reeves added one a little more than halfway through, and that's where we've been standing for a while. It's 4-2 in favor of the Slashers. Eric Kipp has the puck for the Slashers. He brings it down, takes a shot, goes high into the body of Eric Zamora. He makes the catch. Hangs on, withdraws a whistle.
And with under 14 minutes to go, you watch this and wonder when the Aces are going to activate their D, start sending everybody D. Probably a little too early for that yet. I don't think they're going to wait too much longer.
Well, they've got the bodies for it, and that's something that might work to their advantage. Clearing attempt is held in by Enscat. He makes a move back behind the net, centers it toward the middle, and now coming the other way is Nick Stats. Kicks it to himself. He's got Sean Peterson with him. Stats to the far side, takes a shot. Stick save by Reynolds, and it goes up off the glass out of play.
Well, and there you saw just how quickly the Aces can counter. Both teams are excellent at that. And Stats made a nice play to just kick that ahead to himself.
A couple players will make some changes on both sides. Face off down to the left of Cole Reynolds, just down by the lounge. Scott Carlisle wins it for the Aces. Gets it over to Sean Peterson, who can't manage to get a shot off, and it gets off the glass and sent back down the other way. Josh Wagner backhands it out toward the center line. It's taken by Patrick Stats toward the middle. He's ahead of the play. Now moves to his right. Aspelin messes with him a little bit, and it goes to the side for Brian Shapiro. He tries to get a shot. Can't get much on it. It's whipped along the boards and sent all the way down the ice. Nick Neighbor will pick it up with some speed back down in the Aces end, and then he collides with Patrick Stats right in the middle. Tommy Hoffman with a shot saved by Zamora down by the Zamboni doors. Goes the puck. Hoffman backhands it toward the middle. Biagini with an attempt, and it's taken away by Peterson. Peterson's ahead, but he's bothered by Reeves, and now Benz sends it along the boards hard all the way around. Gets back down to the Aces end. Nick Neighbors got it for the Slashers. Tries to make a move toward the inside. Swung around and knocked off of his stick. But the Slashers maintain possession. Troy Mayfield with it. And back out toward the line. Not able to hold in as Biagini, and coming the other way with it is Chad Garton. Garton toward the middle in the high slot. Benz disrupts him. The puck goes down behind the goal line. Garton tries to get a pass toward his brother. Gets deflected away and goes back behind the goal, where now Alex will chase it down on the far side. Good play by Reeves. Takes it off away from Garton and is backhanded toward the middle by Mayfield, but not out. Garton takes it. This is Alex Garton. Spinning around with it toward the middle, tries to backhand it to the middle. Reeves knocks it down, and Reeves is going to pick it up and go the other way with it. Trips up himself a little bit, and Anna Stats takes it. And good pressure here by the Aces to keep it down in the Slashers' end. Garton with an attempt toward the middle. Off the body of Biagini toward, and it doesn't get back out toward the high slot, but now finally taken away will be Mayfield, and he chips it up toward the center of the ice and sends it all the way down back behind the Aces' end. Mayfield and Schollenberger together. Schollenberger takes the puck. His attempt to get it to the side connects with Alex Garton. Garton toward the middle, out toward the center. Bothered again by both McCormick and Reeves. Sent down, and Kipp will take it for the Slashers. Off the boards, back out. Aces are offside. They'll dump it in and make a change. Kipp sends it forward looking for Reeves. Does not connect, and we have an icing. So 10 minutes and 38 seconds to go. In a 4-2 game, you got the Aces on top.
Well, Brian, we wondered when the Aces were going to start activating the D and sending them low, and we're starting to see that now. And if you can keep possession of the puck, that's a great way to generate scoring chances. On the other hand, if the puck gets chipped out wide, you're probably not going to be able to keep it in, and the Slashers are going to look to take advantage of that. And they've had an opportunity to spring a couple plays. They haven't quite been able to do it yet.
Kevin Klingbeil overskates the puck in his own end and is bothered by McCormick, and coming in behind the play is Reeves, and he roofs one, and Zamora in disgust gets the puck out of the net, and just like that, it is a 3-goal game. This is the dreaded 3rd goal deficit for the Aces.
And now it's 5-2. We're under 10 minutes to go. Not insurmountable, especially for a team as explosive as the Aces, but they better get one quick, and obviously they can't let any more in. You're down by 3. You've got to be the one that scores the next goal.
So 9.5 to go, face off out at center. Kipp sends it down to the Aces' end where Klingbeil gets it back out to neutral zone. Kipp off the boards, but offside are the Slashers, so it's brought forward. And into the end, Patrick Stats trying to get it, but it's picked up there by Adamson. Taylor McKee comes out to try to make the play. Right in front of the Slashers bench, we have a whistle. And we have a penalty for a high stick.
Not sure who the call's on. Excuse me, Brian. It's pointing towards Patrick Stats.
Yeah, so it's going to be on Stats, so he's going to have a high sticking penalty.
Yeah, excuse me again. And it was funny because obviously the play was stopped when the Aces touched the puck, but Zamora was racing towards the bench. I think somehow he thought it was on the Slashers. Imagine if the Slashers would have maintained possession. They would have had a wide open net.
Well, Slashers have had another power play opportunity earlier in the game, and that was a very short one as they scored right away. Face-off controlled by the Slashers. Neighbors' shot attempt. It's in the skates of a couple of players now. Nick Stats brings it up the other way for the Aces, short-handed along with Jonas Reinholdson. His shot or pass attempt is disrupted by Benz, and now coming the other way with it, Nick Neighbor. Neighbor sends it down. Josh Wagner can't clear it out, and good play trailing to keep it in momentarily. Now it sneaks back out across the other side as Asplund couldn't get possession of it. Nick Stats will bring it out across center red. Again, they're short-handed. He loses control of the puck, but it's sent in by Peterson anyway. Peterson will bother Asplund, who skates around, backhands it off the boards. And Benz trying to connect to Neighbor, misses him. But then overskating that and losing possession are the Aces. But Alex Garton manages to get a play. He sneaks through the middle. Puck still now rolling on its side. He's down by the goal line. Enskat there to disrupt his play. Garton spins away, and a nice play by Enskat just takes the puck away from him and moves the other direction. Enskat avoids the first round of defense as Peterson came on him. Coming up the near side, Enskat gets inside, looks to get near the face-off circle, try to backhand play, and doesn't get the shot all the way through. Asplund comes away with it for the Slashers. Opportunity from the point right in front of the net, and then it picked up by Enskat, and he slides it past a sprawled out prone Zamora. And it is a 6-2 game and a power play goal by Jason Enskat.
Another power play for the Slashers, and that puts them up by 4. Under 7 minutes to go. And Brian, I don't see the Aces coming back on this one. I mean, they can, of course, but they've not been able to score quick here, and the Slashers now can just dump it and burn clock.
We'll see if they do that. That's a fast, aggressive team, as we said earlier. So face-off controlled by the Smart Aces in their own end. Sent out for Brian Shapiro, but Eric Kipp, standing right in front of his own bench, sends it down the other way. They wave off the icing as the puck goes down, played by Patrick Stats behind the goal line. He chips it up, trying to get it out. Tom Gates was right there with him, and now they can't get the puck out. And Reeves takes it. Now brought up by Stats off the board, looking for Peterson. Peterson whiffs on the pass attempt, and it gets deflected over to the other far side boards. Sent down, a good long reach by Eric Kipp denies the pass to Shapiro. Possession maintained by the Aces. Now Sean Peterson has it on the near side. Deflects it back behind the net, behind Cole Reynolds, but Eric Kipp's in there, and he sends it up the near side. Peterson's got it, looking for Patrick Stats in the middle, doesn't connect with him, goes all the way to the other side. Klingbeil pinches in from the point, takes a shot, has to be saved by Cole Reynolds, and then it has cleared the length of the ice for an icing as the Slashers look to take some heat off of their goaltender.
And right now, if you're the Aces, you don't care if it's 7-2 or 8-2. You just send everybody deep. Scoring chances for the Slashers, you don't really worry about it. You just got to find something positive here in these last 5 minutes.
Face off in the Slasher zone. Out near the point, shot doesn't get all the way through, and now Chad Garton's got it. He tries to take a pass, but it's blocked by Benz. Now Tom Gates is able to push it out towards center. Hersberg tries to reach out for it. It's deflected back by Klingbeil, goes right into the mask of Justin Reeves, who backhands it through the high slot. Nobody there for the Slashers, so McCormick and Anastats run into each other over on the far side, and it's sent back out to neutral ice. Benz off the glass, gets it deep as it bounces over the stick of Klingbeil. Hersberg loses his footing, and now it's picked up by Justin Reeves behind the net. He looks to circle around. He gets a shot deflected away near side. Kipp with it. Kipp sends it back out to Benz at the point. Hard shot there, and a nice save by Eric Zamora. Use the stick to knock it down, the glove to cover it up. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go into the third period. 6-2, Slashers with the lead. Looking to play the Tall Boys next week in the championship game.
And unless something miraculous happens, that is the matchup we will see, the Slashers and the Tall Boys.
An Edmonton game if you're the Aces here. Face off in the Aces end. Not able to clear it out as Benz is aggressive there. Takes a shot right in the glove of Zamora. He catches it and leaves it for Garton to pick up behind his net. Alex Garton sprints up toward the middle. I'd expect all 5 players to do something here for the Aces. Garton maintains possession, comes all the way around, looks to take a shot and scores. So he's able to get one of those goals back. 6-3. Your score right now, 3.5 to go.
Yeah, they finally got one, and now they still have to do it 3 more times. But as you just mentioned, if the Ducks can do that against Edmonton, who knows? Stranger things have happened, but the Slashers are going to do their best to make sure history does not repeat itself.
And guys, the Mighty Ducks were able to come back against Edmonton the other night with 3 goals in less than 4 minutes. So, hey, stranger things have happened.
Thanks, John. So another attempt by the Aces down the end is casually pushed away by the stick of Cole Reynolds. Chad Garton along the near side tries to get it away from the boards and move it around, but Enskat bothers him. Over to play it, Tommy Hoffman hits it up off the boards, held in out at the point. Shot attempt through the middle is nice and low. There could have been a little bit of an opportunity to kick it away. Knutson can't get a shot on it and sent down by Enskat. They're going to have the arm up and call an icing on this one as it does manage to cross the goal line to the other end. So that'll be another face-off down in the Slasher zone.
So Zamora is skating over to the bench. Suppose he's asking his team when he's going to come off?
I mean, you got nothing else to lose, right?
No,
you said it before, 6 skaters. You're down by 3, 2 minutes to go. The clock's running. Face-off sends the puck into the far side corner. Eric Kipp gets his stick down and manages to clear it out. Actually managed to get it off the boards. It's held in by Shapiro. He lifts it off the glass and sends it back behind the net. Benz intercepts the trajectory of that puck. Tries to clear it out, but a leaping attempt by Alex Garton, who takes it, knocks it down, gets a shot. Reynolds comes down with his glove, and it bounces off his glove behind the cage. Played there by the Slashers. And a round taken by Eric Kipp, who will ice the puck. And with a 3-goal lead, that clock continues to run.
Yeah, a little surprised Zamora hasn't come off. Even though it is a 3-goal deficit and the odds are slim, they certainly go more in your favor if you get that 6th attacker on the ice.
Minute 15 to go. 6-3, Slashers with the lead. Face-off win by Sean Peterson to Brian Shapiro in his skates, but Kipp sends it down the other way. Zamora comes out of the net. Play it forward for Patrick Stats. He turns around. He's got to get a head of steam going. Passes it off the boards. Looking for Sean Peterson. He's got it. Kyle Sakre with him as well. Peterson cuts to the inside. Gets to the high slot. Tries to get a shot. Misses wide to the right side. And Shapiro lifts one. Goes through the crease. Can't be held on by the Aces there. Comes all the way out near the point. Chad Garton pushes it down for Sean Peterson, who tries to center it. Popped up in the air. Past the glove of Reynolds. He can't come away with it. And Peterson's there to try to get it back in the slot again. Benz puts his stick down. Gets it away off the half side boards. And then backhanded rolling very, very slowly toward the other end of the ice. And coming in to disrupt an opportunity by Mayfield for an empty net was Chad Garton. Stats sends it forward for Peterson. Final 22 seconds to go. And Benz clears it the length of the ice for an icing. But with a 3-goal lead, clock continues to run to the final 15 seconds.
Yeah, that just burned the rest of the game off pretty much right there.
So we may or may not get another face-off. At this point, I'm going to say no. So 6-3 is going to be your final score. Slashers are advanced to the championship game to take on the Hitmen. Excuse me, the former Hitmen, the Tall Boys. And we'll get a chance to see that, talk about that matchup in a little bit. But, this was a game speed versus speed. There were 9 goals scored, which doesn't surprise me. 6-3 doesn't really surprise me either. But if you would have told me that it would have been 6-3 the other way, I would have believed you.
Yeah, exactly. Even though you mentioned that 7-2 game, the last time these two teams met was probably a little misleading. You wouldn't have been surprised to see another shootout type of game in favor of the Aces either. A pretty well-played game. I was glad to see the chippiness kind of die down there as we went along in the third, so that was good to see.
And yeah, credit the referees with that. I think they may have mentioned a few things to those players, and I think I saw referee Tim Terrell speaking to both benches between the second and third period. So they'll go through the handshake line. 6-3 our final score. You saw a lot of talented players in the game today, and these are a lot of the usual suspects. Names you hear people talk about a lot when they talk about our league and who some of the top players are, and it sets itself up for a very, very interesting matchup. You have next week you have an outstanding goaltender in Sean Sparks, so we'll see how Sparks will have nightmares thinking about some of these players coming toward him next week. But for now, though, we will send it down to John Reichard, who's with some of the Slashers.
Hey, guys, I'm down here with Eric Kipp, a perennial Slasher, and you find yourself in a familiar position going back to the championship game this year. What's different this year?
Honestly, the Squirrels. I think we've got face-off of the Ridgemont teams. I hear they may have a few people missing, but I'm not banking on it. So we got to play it just like any other game. Go hard, go strong, win.
You guys met up a tough customer in the Aces today. They put up a fight. You guys were still able to come up on top. How were you able to maintain that pressure throughout the whole game?
Oh, God, I don't know. Did we ice it maybe 15 or 20 times there towards the end? It was a lot of dumping the puck and catching our breath. They played us well. Honestly, just winning those little fights, those little 3-second, 5-second intervals, digging on the boards, that kind of stuff.
All right, congratulations in the championship, buddy.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. So, the D-League playoffs, the championship is all set. We got the Tall Boys with their. It'll be a very colorful championship game, at least, with the sweaters of the Tall Boys, and then the bright green of the Slashers. So, it promises to be an interesting game next week.
Should be a great game next week, as Eric just alluded to. One thing is for sure, the post-game party will be held at the Ridgemont.
Yeah.
For our listeners wondering what that means, there's a local bar called the Ridgemont, and they sponsor both of those teams. So that should be interesting, to put it mildly. But as far as the matchup itself goes, I think we're in for a real treat next week, because the Tall Boys are just on a mission. I mean, they have really played some great hockey coming down the stretch. They beat 2 teams ahead of them in the rankings to get to the championship. It's no fluke. They deserve to be there. The Slashers, I don't think anybody would be surprised if they heard they were going to be the other team in the final, and that's what we've got.
Yeah, and it should be just exactly you say. You have good defenders. You have a lot of fast players on both teams. You got maybe a slight goaltending edge for one of the teams if you want to go that route. But the way that the defense for the Slashers played today, Reynolds was tested from time to time, but the defense of the Slashers certainly has been their strongest.
And Reynolds was good when he had to be. When that was still a 2-goal game, he made several key saves that kept this thing in the Slashers' favor. On the other end, you've got Sparks, who let in a kind of a long goal early, but then really came on strong and kept his team in it long enough for them to come back and ultimately take the lead and win that game. So, yeah, it's going to be a great game next week. I think, like I said, everybody's in for a treat.
So once again, just speaking of local bars, one more time, we just want to remind our viewers and our listeners that our D-League coverage of D-League Radio is sponsored by the Keg Stand at 3530 West Town Parkway. 90 beers on tap. You can't go wrong with that. If you can't find a beer there,
then you don't like beer.
Then you don't like beer. Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So, couple of entertaining games, fast-paced games today. Our championship game is all set. It's going to be the Tall Boys and the Slashers. That's next week. We'll get more details for that later on. But for the rest of us, I think that's going to wrap it up. So, our executive producer is Rich Harms. Our videographer is JT Nutt. And on behalf of John Reichart and former Commissioner Matt Whips, I'm Brian Koch. Thank you very much for enjoying our broadcast. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, that is. And we'll be seeing you some other time. And remember for us now that this is D-League Radio.